We are in Radix versus Wind and Rain. We are back on the old cobblestone. Not messing about anymore. We're here for quality Counter-Strike, and Wind and Rain definitely the favoured side coming into this. I've predicted a 16-6 scoreline. John Allen,
it was a 16-5 before the break.
That's your opinion.
It's sure. I mean, time changes everything. Yeah, I'd say, as I said before, I think that's a reasonable ballpark to be in. Whether or not they'll be able to execute on that is another matter entirely. It looks like Dances is already starting to chime in with the start to a dominant half. They've taken over the B-bomb site, but not without their losses. They've lost almost all their players now, with Neff chiming on in from Connector. Only Cray now left standing, has the armor, has the bomb as well. Decoy to maybe fake someone out as a flash lands the headshot with the Glock, but it's not going to be quite enough. Ardis able to close it on down, and Radix hold really quite well there after what looked like a shaky start to the half.
Yeah, Radix Esports somehow coming back into that after a fantastic couple of frags from Dances, but not going to be too effective as Wind and Rain do find themselves on the force bind. We do have the scout coming out here from Cray. We know he is effective with the weapon. Question is, can Radix Esports stand up to his might? Well, they have everything in hand to do that. Capiz seems to have gone AFK for a minute, maybe gone to get a cup of tea. Other brands of hot drink are available.
Tea is a brand?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, like the shirts? T-shirts.
Yes, good one. I enjoyed that. Ardis, the first man to find a kill with the M4A4 in hand. He will be able to take down Dances, and that opens up some great opportunity for Radix Esports to try and continue their lead into this game. 1 down, 4 to go. And it's Angry to continue that streak. Money in the bank as that MP7 rips through. You don't often see the MP7, but it's going to be Neff with the first death as Fry takes him down, recovering a weapon as well. And we seem to have lost Capiz.
Oh dear.
Unfortunate, really, for him.
Yeah, it's actually unfortunate given that the rest of his team is now left in a 3 versus 2, coming up against a Scout and a FAMAS. That's not the sort of situation you want to find yourself in, but they are just going to open it up. They cap the bomb back, and they should be able to just hold on through. Fry, playing in this connector, spots out the shadow, is aware of where Angry's playing, turns the corner, lands the headshot. Only 30 seconds though, has his work cut out for him. Trying to rotate on through, will give the game away as to his position, but he doesn't have really any other choice at this stage. Has to push on out. Only 18 seconds left. Might be wise to just fall back and save the weapon here. Instead, no matter what, I'm expecting a pause after this round, but 8 seconds left. You really need to push on through. And there we go, Ardis able to close it out. So even 4 versus 5, they still take the W on the second round and a half. There goes the pause.
Yeah, so technical pause coming in. Capiz there having some technical issues. The ping, not great for him. Yeah, unfortunate really for him. Just needs to reload his game. Maybe even reload his router. Who knows? Maybe they'll just cancel the game.
Probably. I mean,
default
yeah.
At this point. You never know, really. I mean, it apparently is 2-0. That's on maps. So this is a best of 5 series, of course. Radix have won the first 2 maps of the series. They need to win 1. Hang on a second. No, it's not. It's a best of 1. That's just 2 rounds that they've won. All you lot at home, I got you. I bloody got you good there. But no, it's a best of 1. And Radix have only won the first 2 rounds, but you know they won it pretty well, especially losing a player in that second round. It's pretty good to still maintain control despite Fry finding himself 2 cheeky little frags.
Yeah, it was quite nice to see that hold. They weren't able to get any opening with the scout, which is really what you need to see if you're putting that money into that weapon. But yeah, they didn't capitalize on it, and so 2 rounds now in the bag for Radix. A relatively standard start, though, off the back of winning the pistol round, so no big surprises coming out. A force into the second round from Wind of Rain. I don't think they got the plant in the first... No, they didn't get the plant in the first round, so a standard force coming through makes absolutely huge amounts of sense. Bucket loads. Shed loads. What's the hanger loads?
I don't think that's a term that anybody has ever said.
Okay.
But you know what? That's fine.
I'm a trendsetter, not a follower.
You're not a sheep. You look like a sheep.
Don't look like a sheep.
You bloody well do.
I do not.
I made a funny joke the other day, and I've realised actually it was completely incorrect.
Oh no, that's not good.
Someone sent me a video of someone tickling a lamb, and I replied, nice goat, G-O-T-E.
Right.
I said, spelled wrong, and they replied, G-O-A-T. And I said, no, it's not, it's a lamb. But I've realized that actually an adult version of a lamb is not a goat, it is a sheep.
Yeah.
So I know that that's out of context, but I just thought I'd share that with the work, because that doesn't make sense. And I've only
well, no, it doesn't make sense. If you corrected them saying, no, it's a sheep, actually.
No. No, because it wasn't, it was a lamb.
Honestly, it's just an average joke anyway.
Yeah,
it's not worth obsessing over, really.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you brought it up, to be honest.
Yeah, but you know what? You know, sometimes you have to throw out the bad jokes to get to the good ones. You know, it's like diamonds in the rough. If you don't dig up the rough, you don't get the diamonds. So,
is that how it works?
Probably. I've never actually dug for diamonds, so I'm not completely honest with you.
Oh, it's great fun.
Is it?
No.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't often do much digging, if I'm completely frank with you.
No.
Okay. But, you know what, we can work on that.
Yeah.
I was just saying. We're digging right now, aren't we? We're digging ourselves into a hole.
I'm looking at the screen and I'm seeing a slightly conflicting. This is something I haven't really thought about too much, but the fountain there looks like it was put in after the original castle was built. Because I'm looking at this castle and I'm seeing 1600s. That's what I'm seeing. Right. But the fountain in the middle looks more like 1700s towards 1800s.
I disagree, actually.
Do you?
I disagree entirely. I don't think I look 1700 at all. 1700 fountains were much higher and less, because obviously they're better construction materials, so they wouldn't be so wide. And you can see there's a lot of girth on. You see what I mean? There's a lot of girth on there. Later fountains.
Have you seen Tudor chimneys?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Frankly.
Well then.
Nice skills coming in. Angry, getting a little bit angry, taking himself a 2k. Link will trade it back in, but of course only pistols to play with. Bodenmaster now, the man to shred the remaining Wind and Rain players and build up that bank for himself.
Nice little side swipe coming on through. Down from the sewers. He will rise up as the Underminer. Radix able to take that third round. No surprises. Wind and Rain now on their rifle buy. Radix, though, stopping on those MP9s on two of their players, Capers and Ardis. They will be coming up against full armor and helmet as well, so relatively ineffective, especially if they're not able to get those close angles. If Wind and Rain play it safe, play it and check their angles, they should be able to counter that relatively well, and a massive disadvantage so far for Radix.
It would seem Cape is once again out of the game, so a difficult round for Radix to win here. They are playing 4 versus 5. But luckily for them, Wind and Rain don't know that. They can't play off the back of it. Oh, yes, they can. They can do exactly that because he has now disconnected from the server. Needs to sort that out, really. Really does need to sort that out. As the play moves towards that A bomb site, or at least all the CTs are moving towards the A bomb site. And no damage has been done, so they should be able to pause this, as far as I'm aware, as I understand the rules.
I am not entirely sure. We'll have to wait and see. Something to note, even if they aren't able to get him back, I believe that Eccles is also on the Radix roster.
Eccles is quite good.
Yes, so I mean, if worst case scenario, I don't know about the rulings or anything, so I am wildly hypothesizing, and do not take my word as gospel, but they might be able to get him in if needs must.
If needs must, indeed. I mean, there are some kills coming through. I'm not sure how seriously they're taking this. It doesn't look like Link is playing particularly seriously at all. But obviously, they can take a pause because they lost. I don't know if we should be taking this round seriously. I actually have no idea. Maybe.
No, I mean, they're going for the shots. They're going for the fights. And I mean, it's relatively decent trading, so...
I've forgotten the bomb, though.
Yeah, maybe... Someone needs to remind... No, he's throwing his gun away. Yeah, no, I think we are just going to be going out of this one. Not taking this one too seriously.
Which is lucky for the people at home, because they get to see me.
Oh, that's cool.
Frag comes in there, looking fantastic for Fry as he finds himself the kill over towards Long. And now in a 3 versus 5 situation, it's going to be very difficult for Wind and Rain to get back into this one. That analysis you did just before this was absolutely fantastic. If anyone missed that, they are really missing out. Oh, John. That's the one. I tried to call you James there for some reason, John.
Sure, why not?
It works.
A man of many names, man of many talents, but seems like Wind and Rain have their talents all lined up. This is, of course, only round number 4. So Radix Esports, whilst it does say 4 on the scoreboard, have only won 3 rounds. The reset came through on the round, but apparently the scoreboard hasn't quite updated yet. So hopefully it will happen after the end of this round. Wind and Rain got the plant over on towards the B bomb site. That one will go over. As Radix will get some entry frags though. They find and clean up too. Fry though, ever present, ever watchful, will help them to put their first round on the board. And Radix Esports lose round number 4.
Yeah, so fantastic round there from Wind and Rain. Finally onto the rifles, and it is 3-1, like the scoreboard says. Do not believe what you saw before, for your eyes deceive you, but your ears will not. And we, your willing and loving casting and commentary team, are helping you by telling you exactly what's going on. It's 3-1 in favour of Wind and Rain. Bowden Master now heading over with that AWP in hand, not going to take the aggressive peek, and instead the move towards A-Long is imminent as Wind and Rain with 3 men move up. The lurk over towards B, pretty strong. You've got Fry sitting over there with his good friend Astro. Now the push coming in. Dancy's leading the way on the entries. There is a man in connector. Does need to be checked. Danger empty now as Dancy's will chase down Angry, who's slipping through the smoke. Fry is on the other side. Needs to be very careful as to how he plays this one. It is a dangerous spot, and I think Fry may just have an inkling as to the fact that there is a player quite literally within sneezing distance. Oh no! It's a kill coming in there for Angry, looking to double it up onto Cray. Only the head is appearing, but Angry finds himself a nice easy kill there for free. Not going to be traded out as he takes down the bomb carrier. That's Cray going down and somehow still alive. Finally, Link will get one back in favour of Wind and Rain, but the bomb dropped and time ticking away. Link in mid now has to do some damage, and he can't find the kill onto Capiz. Finally, the man with the high ping is back and playing, and his presence has been felt.
It's like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. Angry, ducking around, finally gets shut down as they clasp on tight. Wind and Rain, 2 players now, 20 seconds left on the clock, moving over towards the B-bomb site. They will Molotov out Ardis, and he will go down Astro. I'm going to pick up the frag, but Bodemeister is not so easily deceived. The spray from Dancy's doesn't quite connect. Over towards Connector as well. 10 HP left, and the close-up orb shot doesn't land either. 4 seconds left on the clock, though. That's going to be it. The pistol shot coming through, but the end of the round is nigh. Only so many bullets in a clip, and Dancy's doesn't get any money from it either.
Not the greatest round there from Wind and Rain, and in fact the money looking very, very dire indeed. $2 across the board. They're going to have to go with a full eco. Craig can afford to buy himself a pistola, but that is about all he'll get for his trouble. The reset came in from Radix Esports, and so putting themselves into a fantastic position to start this one off. 4-1 up as Angry now closing in. Wants the eco frags. 1, 2, and massive damage being done onto Cray. That is a fantastic start to the round. The nade to follow as well. Going to do 2 whole points of damage onto Fry. That's enough to scare any man away.
2 is a big number. I mean, you know, it's a lot. Unfortunately, not going to be quite enough to actually dissuade him from still holding that corner. They're going to push on through, but Angry's still there. He hasn't budged, not an inch, given over to Wind and Rain. They are just being shut out completely. I think he still has an inkling that Fry is waiting around the corner. Cray down at 6 HP, so very much a case of Wind and Rain just waiting this one out, seeing if they can get some exit frags from some overzealous rotates, or to see if they can actually spot out and find an opening to maybe sneak in a bomb plant. But as he crosses the door, Angry racks up his 4th kill. Make that an ace as he holds from the underpass, and Wind and Rain feel the clouds swarm over.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, that was quite good.
It was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was quite good. Wind and Rain not doing too well so far. They are going to be quasi-buying down to 2k. They could have gone for the full buy here. I'm not entirely sure why they haven't. I suppose it was a little bit limited. It wouldn't have been the most fantastic buy, so they are just going to buy the pistols and armor. A little bit of smoke so they can play around and move towards that B bomb site. But there are 3 players for Radix over there. This needs to be a fast play. I love this from Ardis, getting in their face, getting that aggression straight up, saying no, absolutely not a single step forward for Wind and Rain. And I don't know about you, but I'm really enjoying my space heat.
Well, yeah, you've been given one, I haven't. So
yeah, well,
blatant favoritism, if you ask me. But nonetheless, Ardis showing a little bit of favoritism himself as he racks up 2 kills with the FAMAS, runs out of bullets just in time for Fry to push on through, but not to worry. He has teammates to contend with as well. Now just Fry left on 4 HP, has a CZ, doesn't have a rifle to play with, but instead is just going to pick up the hand cannon. Pull it out of the pocket and see if he can land those 1-taps. To be honest, there's no point having this easy at 4 HP because you're not going to be able to win an extended spray duel. You need to be going for those 1-taps anyway. So having the deagle just that little bit more secure in that. Looks for those peaks, looks for those angles. Does have the bomb available, so it might be thinking he's gone for a full rotate. And planning to sneak on him, but Bodenmaster back in chicken coop. He has a bullet with his name on it. Wind and Rain not able to push on through.
Yep, so another fantastic round coming out from Radix Esports, just shutting them down. And I love the aggression there from Ardis. Straight away, he gets the nade, and the HP damage is huge. And that spray down is just a fantastic way to start an anti-eco round, and he does it perfectly. Now the AK is back out. Still no AWP coming out. And so Wind and Rain just playing with these rifles. Of course, Cobblestone is one of those maps where you can utilize an AWP really effectively, but you don't have to. You can play all rifles. You can make it work. Question is, will they be able to? 6-1 down, the pressure is starting to mount. And Radix Esports definitely in a tough position. Capiz holding that drop zone. He is one man versus the world. He does have a bit of support in Bodenmaster, but the main focus of the defense is over towards long, which could be somewhat of an oversight as the push looks to come in through drops. Split up that defense. Don't give any opportunities. There is a quick rotate in Neff over towards that connector door. Question is, can he get there in time? Capiz is going to have to do the work. The Molotovs rain on in. Astro peeking over is going to drop in and smashes the face of Capiz.
Able to find an opening already towards the B-bomb site. They have 55 seconds left on the clock. They've got a bit of time to play around. The push up from Bodenmaster tries to go for the frag, but Astro just too strong right now. Ardis waiting in the wings, playing a little bit sneaky around the corner. They need to check it out. They haven't mollied. They haven't checked just yet. Link turns, and his back's face to the wall, and he will get punished for it. Dancy's finally able to find the frag, and Astro isn't done yet either. Angry finds the nade kill, but he's left last man standing for his team. Wind and Rain are going to be able to rain on through, and that is the B-bomb site taken. The plant goes down, and the money is coming out.
Yeah, 4 headshots there for Astro. A fantastic little round, and Wind and Rain putting themselves back into the driving seat. Now they just need to win a couple of rounds on the trot, and Radix Esports will be feeling the pressure. Although they have 6 rounds to play with, it can turn so very quickly. Finally, we see the AWP coming out in Bodenmaster. He's going to be putting it to the man, as they say. He hasn't racked up many kills on that knife, has he? 238. Needs to work on that.
Yeah, maybe he's been playing against bots, I guess. Maybe.
What, you?
Rack up the stat track kills. Play against
Could just
bots.
play against you, do the same thing.
Well, no, because I'm worse than bots. So.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But that makes me more unpredictable. With bots, you can control their behavior. I just do whatever I want, whenever I want.
Well, that's a bloody good way to live.
Exactly.
I'll tell you that. Yeah, not the strongest start so far for either team. Just setting up for those executes, getting ready to move in onto that B-bomb site once again. The defense from Radix Esports needs to be steadfast. Hold Wind and Rain at rain and ensure they can't get too close.
Range?
No, rain is in like a horse.
Oh, I see.
Rain them in.
Oh, I see. Well, they're not going to be able to rein in Astro just yet. Echoing his performance from the last round over on drop. Bodenmaster able to trade it back, though, as Angry. You just can't push past this guy. Finally, Dance is able to trade him back, but he's already taken a chunk of HP down as well. They will have spotted the bomb out for that, and Neff's playing at the back of sight over on the barrels. They need to make sure they check it out, otherwise they could come a cropper if they opt to change. But they've got Astro on the flank, and he's just going to wreak havoc on the back lines. Will not be able to find the second spray, but already he's diverted attention. He's made sure they haven't checked the angle. Dancy hasn't even checked the back of sight. He's just going to turn out, get the kill. Very, very easily played there from Neff. And again, Wind and Rain not checking their angles. They need to make sure that they are playing in the right way. Fry plays up close, has time to plant, but no, I think he's left it just too late. Oh no, sorry, I mistimed that one, unfortunately. But it does mean we are in for the rest of the round. Ardis playing down through near the connector, lands the shot over the wall, and Fry finds himself in the fire. Radix Esports able to take the round. They pick themselves up an AK, save that one on through, bring themselves to 7-2 on the scoreline as Wind and Rain take what should have been a round in their favor as a loss.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there from Radix. And I mean, Ardis, excellent retake, but it's all down to that play, sitting in the corner, playing it patient. I mean, there was so many opportunities where he could have got aggressive. He could have been impatient, but instead waiting around, making sure he has that opportunity to find the kill, and it works out. Radix Esports 2 on the board. Again, they reset Wind and Rain, looking more like a breeze and drizzle right now.
Yeah, it's very much a still day in East Anglia at this stage, rather than...
Not today, though. It's actually quite snowy.
No, yeah, it was a lot of snow earlier in Leicester.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of snow everywhere, and I'm driving back after this. God knows it. And there's going to be black ice everywhere. There's going to be bloody snow, all sorts of impairments to the road.
Yeah.
My safety.
Not to mention you.
Yeah, true. I'm a bloody dangerous driver. I'm waiting. One of these days, I'm going to see myself on the worst UK drivers. I genuinely believe that. No. You know the compilations on YouTube where they just have really bad drivers. I genuinely am waiting to see myself
on a dash cam.
Yeah, because I am a terrible driver and I'm really annoying. So I'm amazed I haven't seen myself already. I watch a lot of those videos.
Oh well, there you go.
Just how interesting my life is.
I suppose you are the demographic. We'll see just who's able to take the rest of this round, though, as you might be a dangerous driver, but these guys are dangerous with the right weapons in their hands. Radix push on towards the push. Is Ardis able to take it close and take the fight? He will. Able to find 3 kills. Cape is backing him up. Dances does trade it back, but the damage is already done. Not a lot of ground given over either. They're versus 4. They know the bomb's pushed up. Capers will try and pop the shot, but Dances is waiting. Hit the head, but he's already ducked underneath his teammate. And now it's just one man standing. Oh! Land another headshot, though. He's doing relatively well. He's got 3 kills so far. Not going to be able to get the ace, though, as Bodenmaster just shuts it down with the AWP. A nice shot to the body will be all it takes, and Radix taking 8th round.
That was a dirty little frag there. Fantastic little kill from Dances. Cray currently sitting on the big 1 kill. I mean, Cray is a seriously impactful player, and we are not seeing that right now. We need to see Cray coming alive, doing damage, doing work, and right now, he ain't doing nothing.
We're seeing a lot of that, of people who normally turn up really, really big and just aren't performing today on Wind and Rain. Cray, I mean, but the rest of them as well, they're just not quite there. I mean, Astro had some really, really strong rounds. We've seen some really good plays coming out from him, but it's just not there for the rest of them, and I expect more from this Wind and Rain roster.
Yeah, this push, though, could be huge. Ardis with the MP9, it is the money maker. It's a little jackpot. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's found 3. Angry follows up with the 4th, and Bodenmaster to close it down. Astro falls. And that is a nice little lurk coming out from Ardis.
He was going for the clip there. He was going for the frag movie. Oh, you saw he tried to pop the headshot for the 1-tap kill at the start and then spray onto the rest of them, but he had to transfer back, which I think meant that he didn't get the 4K there.
No, 3.
Because he was only able to get 3. Angry was able to get 1 on the underpass, who was the player who played aggressive, and they just shut it down straight away on the push. But yeah, it was a very easy round to pick up there, let's be honest. Wind and Rain not able to find any ground moving on through, as Radix Esports do not have a stronghold so far. You're right there.
Yeah, found this earlier.
What have you got?
I don't really know. It's a little man, and it's a bottle opener, and it's a little torch, and it's got
a tape measure.
Mine now. Yeah, seems about right.
Right.
9-2. Fantastic start for Radix Esports. Looking very good. Bodenmaster feeling it on the AWP. Wind and Rain just not picking up any momentum. They've won 2 rounds so far, and they've looked like pretty good rounds, but they're just not picking up momentum. They're not having that landslide we expect from them. Skipper's playing a little bit dangerously. Astro wishing, praying he'd be given the opportunity there to find a free frag. The flashbang does go in, and Capir's just about going to escape with his life there. They will lose drop control. Luckily, Ardis is in position to trade out the damage that was done, and Astro goes down. So drop control is still being maintained by Radix Esports. It's so powerful now. Neff needs to be careful not to overextend here. Cray in that position could do some damage to him, but now that we know where he is, it's easy. Bodenmaster cleaning up house as he finds 1 and 2. Fry will trade it back in turn, but Bodenmaster is still fragging. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, come with me, Bodenmaster says.
10 rounds on the board now. Wind and Rain really looking pretty shaky at this stage. T-side on Cobblestone, you want to be racking up quite a few more rounds. I mean, 2. I did say 2 was a big number earlier on, but you want a bigger number on the board for Wind and Rain. Radix Esports, they've been playing really well on the defense. They've had a consistent line. They've been able to rotate around with making the right calls consistently. It's been a really good display from them so far, and here's to them continuing to do so as Angry gets the spray down onto 2. Link able to get the frag. Will be able to pick himself up an M4 as soon as he turns that corner. And now Wind and Rain have an opening, but it's getting slowly and more closed down as Astro takes a fall as well. Now Neff to hold against Fry. Doesn't have the rifle. That is, of course, Link on the sidelines. Will turn the corner and go for the spray, but he's forced to push up towards the wall. And will get shut down by Bodenmaster across the site with the AWP. Spray comes through. He's actually able to get another kill, but it's a little bit too little too late as Radix Esports now have 11-2 on the board. They will be able to buy into this round, and Wind and Rain really looking shaky.
Yeah, not the most fantastic start so far for Wind and Rain. I mean, we expect them to be doing damage. They're already 11-2 down. If this ends 13-2, that is going to be devastating for the boys. I mean, they've got that full loss bonus now, so they are racking up a bit of cash, and they can go into these full buy rounds, but it's just not enough. They need to start racking in rounds. There we go. Chinud is online, if in case anyone's interested. He's playing a game that is not Hunger Games.
Yeah,
on Minecraft, so it's obviously not very good. Yeah. Angry, holding up close. Little reference to that one. You guys at home did not get it, so I apologise. But in case you are interested, PUBG is not as good as Minecraft Hunger Games.
No, of course. I mean, there's only one superior game mode, and there can ever only be one. So that's yeah, that's just a fact. But what else is a fact is that Radix Esports are running away with this game so far. 11-2. They haven't opened up this round just yet. With a minute left on the clock, they will do just that. Angry, though, holding face towards Connector as he's able to get the spray. A second turns the corner, and Dances will dance through the bullets, able to get the refrag going on through. Radix still holding strong. Wind and Rain need to find some ground. They've traded it evenly so far with the bomb over towards A. They've pretty much committed at this stage to this push. They will be coming up against 2 players. They've still got Capes over towards Drop, and they've got Bodenmeister at the back on Plateau towards B, and the rotates are actually starting to come through. So they've drawn off players from that A site. With Neff pushing on through, if they can find this pick, they could definitely flood the site. They turn the corner, and Fry gets the frag. They push on through the long, and now's the chance to go for the opening. But to be honest, even if they're able to get this round and the next, it's still a devastatingly bad half for them.
Yeah, not fantastic. Although Cray will shut down Ardis now in a 2 versus 4, it's very, very difficult to win this one out for Radix. They're going to give it the best shot. They've got money built up. They can afford to go in, although Bodenmaster going down may make this not entirely worth it as Capiz finds himself the last man alive on the server for Radix Esports. He's going to back off, back it in. He will not begin as he works his way towards Connect. He's just hoping for a kill here. If anyone peeks, he can take... That was a bit pre-fiery, Mr. Man.
Well, no, because you've got the shadow on the floor. You see that and you know someone's turning the corner.
Have you now?
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Sorry, I can't see shadows.
That's why I never like slow peeking that angle from that side, because you literally, like, you give them so much time, because it's like, oh, there's a shadow on the floor. I wonder what could be doing that. What moving objects cast shadows in this game?
Chickens.
Chickens? That's true. That's true. But when it's longer than a chicken, what is it? If it's longer than a chicken...
Depends where the sun is. Doesn't it?
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, wise up. Anyway, I don't think the sun actually moves in Counter-Strike.
Changes from map to map, though.
Although, on the first version of Cobblestone, the shadows didn't line up with the sun.
That's fun.
It was not fun. Actually, it was rather annoying.
That's okay, though.
Either way.
As long as they're homogenous to each other, that's fine.
But they're not. They weren't. The sun was over here, and the shadows were cast like that.
No, but
way.
at least all the shadows were going that way.
Oh, they were, but they were going towards the sun, which doesn't entirely... You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just letting you know. Okay. All right, 11-3. even, like you say, if they take the 11-4, it's still not a good first half, and they need to come onto that CT side, absolutely swinging. Radix, though, we know that they're a strong T-side team. They like to play that T-side. Comes in, that could have been fantastic, but instead just the 1 kill. Still not bad, it's a trade. Neff getting tagged up there, needs to be careful on that angle. You can be spotted before they can spot you on the left-hand side. So that's going to be a 2K coming in quick. Bonemaster now, he needs to come alive with the op, needs to find a frag for himself. Still no rotate though. He is still over towards that B-bomb site. That's sloppy. We need to see him moving faster as Ardis all on his own. He's watching every single angle. He just can't get it done. And so this is going to be an 11-4 half.
There we go. Radix Esports take a dominant first half on their T side. Moving over, sorry, on their CT side. Moving over to the T side now. Are they going to be able to emulate that performance? Getting the sticks in the first half is a really good showing so far, and I'm really excited to see what they're able to bring. I mean, you predicted coming into this game that Wind and Rain would take a 16-5 and then change it to a 16-6 scoreline.
No, I said the other way around. I said Radix would.
I mean,
no, I did.
You keep changing your story.
I didn't. I said that Radix would win this.
Did you?
60, yeah, of course I did. 16-6.
I feel like you're bamboozling me. Yeah.
No, I said it's on some video.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll check that later.
I doubt you will.
Okay.
I doubt you will.
You don't know me.
If you're that sad, fair enough.
I watch all my broadcasts back. I love the sound of my own voice. There's a reason I do this.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No one else does, so I suppose you got to.
Wow. You're not even flaming me there.
I am.
No.
I am flaming you.
No, you're not.
I'm saying no one else likes the sound of your voice.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, no, fair enough.
I am entirely flaming you, actually. Anyway, it's a quick play over towards that A-bomb site. Bomb is planted in a 5 versus 5. Dancy's, of course, over towards long. There's 2 players on long. Need to be somewhat careful, do the boys on Radix Esports. Angry, the first one to open it up. Ardis follows, and now this gets dangerous. Ardis overextending a little bit there. Wasn't expecting the second player to be playing, but Angry finding himself a kill. He is low HP, needs to be cautious as he falls back, and Dancy's and Fry find themselves the last 2 men in this retake. Luckily, Dancy's from behind finds one. Angry trades it straight back. And knowing the position of Dancy's now is huge. Stop peeking! Thank you.
Well, he's going to stop peeking now. His eyes have been shut permanently. Radix Esports close him down. And now 12 rounds on the board with the pistol in the pocket as well. They're looking at that 14-4 scoreline coming on in relatively quickly now. And from there, pretty cut and dry. I mean, we saw in the second game of this evening so far that it was, you know, Epiphany Bolt. That's the team I'm thinking of. I completely blanked there. Epiphany Bolt were able to bring it back from a 10-5 half and with a bad start with the pistol. So maybe Wind and Rain are going to be able to do something similar. But I'm really not hopeful. I don't think so. And to be honest, if we saw another double overtime,
I'd jump.
Yeah, probably.
I'd jump because of how exciting it is.
Yeah, it would be. I'd jump for joy. I'd jump for joy.
Yeah, jump for joy, obviously. But here we go. The push comes in. Wind and Rain. Oh, 1-2. Neff going to go down to the 1D as Dancy's find himself one with a CZ. So a fantastic start here now, leaving 3 players left. Cray spots out the players over towards B. The bomb hasn't been retrieved yet, so this is slow progress. Angry peeking out. He's going to find the CZ, but no kill coming forward. Cray's the man to find the kill. But it's all trades, and now Kapir's the last man alive. They've recovered guns. They have armor. This is a 1 versus 3 and a very, very difficult one at that. If he can find the first kill, maybe he has a chance, but it's not going to happen. Fry shuts him down. Wow.
Between the eyes, and that will be around for Wind and Rain. Here we go. Here's the comeback on the cards for Wind and Rain. But your scoreline still might come through here. I mean, the 16-5 or the 16-6. I'll give you both.
16-7. Oh you're nuts.
You just, you know,
crazy.
Sometimes you got to stop gaslighting people. Otherwise, they'll never trust me.
You need to start listening. That's what you need to do.
I'll tell you what. If I stop listening. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I'll tell you bloody what.
Will you?
I will.
And then you'll change your mind halfway down the line.
I haven't changed my mind. That's what I always thought. I just don't want to tell you in case you tried to copy my prediction.
Oh, okay, right. Cool.
God, get with the program. Quick A push coming in. There is a lurk in Ardis over towards that B bomb site, and 2 players sitting on A for Wind and Rain, hoping to stem off this quasi-buy push. But so far, nothing really working out. Radix Esports not finding themselves a pick as of yet. But the bomb is up close and personal. Capiz just needs to get around this corner, find himself a little bit of an opening, and then get up close. Once they're close, they can find the kills with the pistols. It's very difficult to take these long-range battles, especially with the CZ. We know how much damage it can do up close. And here we go. They are moving down that corridor in stables. They could find an easy kill here on Dancies, but they whiff as Link cleans up onto Capiz, and now the cleanup effort is in place as Dancy's just cleaning away. They may get themselves a bomb plant here. In fact, they will.
That's a success.
What more can they get? Yeah, exactly. That's fantastic.
They've already gotten pretty much everything they could have hoped for. They've actually picked up a rifle on Angry, which will get dropped straight away, but there's still a deagle. Still a deagle on Bodenmeister. Master, sorry. Not Meister, as you correctly pointed out earlier. There we go. Crate will burn down. We'll get the burn down onto Bodenmaster as he just bends over backwards to try and save his team, but it's not quite enough. Radix Esports take another loss into their T side. They get the plant, however, and it will be a relative success. So now they go for the full save. They should be able to buy up an AWP in the next round on Neff. And with that, they will be coming out swinging. But for this round, they're looking to clean it on through. They're actually going for a couple of pistols here, so not a full save.
My phone is 6 inches.
Is it?
In case you're interested.
Phone, right.
Doesn't look like 6 inches. 6 inches is actually quite short.
Is that what they tell you?
No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about my phone. Fry trying to open this one up. Won't quite get the quick kill off. And so Radix Esports still on the eco. Would you like to measure your phone?
No, I'm all right, mate.
There you go.
I know how long my phone is, and I'm very comfortable.
It's not about the size of your phone, it's how you use it. Right, just remember that. Astro opening up there, takes down Ardis, of course, full eco here. Neff will find himself a kill. If they can get a bomb plant again, that'd be absolutely huge. The smoke will go down, and Cray's playing pretty far back as Bodenmeister takes down Cray. Neff, the next man to fall, and suddenly, actually, there's a chance here that they could do some more damage. Capiz playing up close. He's in the smoke. And some good damage going through. This is getting pretty dangerous now. Finally, Capiz goes down. A good spray comes out, but it's not enough as Link will find the kill. And another plant goes very well. Yeah,
they're going to be able to just... that was pretty standard. The fact that they got the plant again, that's a really good turn-up for Radix. I mean, they're just playing it safe. They have the advantage already. They just need to play it by the book, and they're doing just that. The AWP should be bored up. Or maybe they're going to play the full rifles, as you highlighted earlier, Harold. You can just go for that full rifle setup. But no, Bodenmaster, highly impactful on that AWP play on the B site before for Radix Esports, so they're able to get the holds, now taking it on the offensive, trying to have a similar impact. This is the first round where we're really seeing a full force come through, and in fact, Wind and Rain have opted to go for a double AWP setup, both Dancies and Astro picking up the green cannon.
The push coming in, Dancies finding the kill onto Angry there, and the support from Link is perfect as they take down Neff. The trade will come in, but it's a 2-for-1 in favour of Wind and Rain. Now, Dancy's just falling back. He doesn't need to get overly aggressive. Well, that's exactly what he does. There is Ardis pushing up, however, getting himself into a strong position. Not covered as of yet, and so potentially there's a chance here for Radix Esports to get themselves back into this round. It is by no means over and done with. No push coming in from the back. We haven't seen a lot of flanking coming through from Wind and Rain just yet. They haven't been up in the grill of Radix as much as we may like to see.
No, so Wind and Rain, by all accounts, not having the sort of performance that we would have built from such a strong roster that sort of thrives on consistency. They are sort of falling out here. Maybe showing a little bit of weakness in the cold winter weather of the UK Prem. But they have a chance here as they are starting to come back on their CT side. They're playing relatively strong. They've already taken down Radix to 2 players. Bodenmaster with that AWP. Capiz with that AK. They still have yet to find an opening. Radix not really doing so well, except for the pistol round. They haven't won so far on their T side. A nice and convincing scoreline so far for Wind and Rain, but they will just have to back off. Radix Esports have no time left. They will just save those guns for the next round, keeping that AWP much more important than finding those frags. So they're just going to play all the way back towards T-spawn. No point giving over more than you need to. They'll be distributed around. No money, though, left for the rest of Radix Esports. Pistols may be coming through They should be looking to get some deagles on board, maybe a little bit of armor, a nade or two, but not much more than that.
Yeah, not a huge amount to play with, of course. Saving those 2 guns, very, very important. Still not the greatest of buys, though. Dancy trying to get aggressive there. Capiz absolutely demolishes him. There was nothing to be done there. And so finally, Radix put themselves into a driving seat again. The first time, really, this half, like you said, that they've been in it since the pistol round, and looking good now. Question is, can they continue to capitalise off the back of this? As we see, still not the greatest weapons. In fact, more rifles on the side of Wind and Rain. That AWP going to be very, very difficult to recover, and still Astro playing on that double AWP setup. But running a double AWP setup is very expensive, and that could come back to bite Wind and Rain later on in this game. Question is, can they hold off on this round? If they win it, it doesn't matter. But with 1 man down, it could be difficult. They have to now prioritise that B bomb site as the pressure is being put on by Radix Esports as the play slowly moves over towards that A bomb site.
They've already lost a player. They are a man down. Wind and Rain looking to try and equalise. Astro not quite able to land the shot onto the quick shoulder peek there from Neff, but the whiff nade as well, just bouncing on back towards Plateau. So no poke damage coming out for Wind and Rain just yet. Radix opening up, moving slightly towards that A bomb site, sorry, as they line up for the take. Link on the site, able to get the first shot down onto Ardis. Turns the corner, sprays it onto Angry, finds a third as well to chime on in. Turns the corner, looks for the pistol shots, able to land them, and Fry will be able to capitalize. Neff now last man standing for Radix on the push. The Deagle not quite strong enough, as Fry able to take another round for Wind and Rain. They're close to double digits and within striking distance of Radix scoreline.
Yeah, another fantastic round there. And Wind and Rain just clawing their way back into this and doing a fantastic job of it. Radix again forced back onto the limited economy. There's not a huge amount for them to play with again. They are going for that somewhat quasi-buy AK-47 on Angry, but not a lot to play with. And maintaining this double AWP setup. If it works, run with it. But Dancy's didn't seem to hit his shot in the last round. He did get shut down, and they can't afford to run that setup if it's not paying dividends. Dancy's this time will hit his shot, however. Angry goes down. That's the opening pick in hand. And now Radix on the back foot. They have to try and respond to this. Well, they didn't manage it last time, even with the man advantage. The utility usage is perfect so far from Wind and Rain. They're really playing this effectively, holding those pistols back, giving themselves the range advantage. As Neff will push forward, there's very little presence over towards that A bomb site. Neff may well be calling this over to his teammates, but with a player already down and dropped, they're somewhat committed, which makes it a very dangerous situation. Of course, with Dancy's on that AWP, I don't understand why they're still committing to this. I suppose A split is the only option they really have here, but the rotate is so easy from Wind and Rain. They know exactly what's going on. They can call this, and Fry does exactly that. Finds one. Finally, the trade comes in, but Link's in there to shut it down. They have the bomb, and that's round over, although Neff will find a very nice one dig.
He's coming from the A site, has cleaned it out, but unfortunately doesn't have the bomb to back himself up. Has picked himself up an AWP, though. So maybe looking to save, or go for the frags. The smoke will just block off any aggression. The wise choice here is to just go for the save, but instead he's looking to try and bait in some shots. He's getting flanked on from the side. He only has so long left to play with. Should spot out the player down low, but no, he won't even check it. Cray, with a nice round the world, will take down the kill. And Wind and Rain put themselves on that 10-round scoreline. Radix, with a chance to full buy in here now, looking to reclaim their possession of the advantage in this game. But right now, they're looking quite shaky. I mean, it seems like CT side all the way for Cobblestone.
Yeah, until we get to overtime, at which point it'll switch back.
Yes, it will be T side.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we go to second overtime, at which point it will be CT side.
Yeah, and then third overtime, at which point we'll all be dead, so we won't know which side it is.
We'll have some great beards, though.
What?
We'll have grown great beards.
Oh, we've already grown great beards by this point. Either way,
we'll just be wiser.
I am very wise. How dare you? I couldn't get any wiser. It's not possible.
Oh.
As Gandhi said.
If you say so.
That's a direct quote, actually, from Gandhi's book,
okay.
The Life and Times of Me, Mahatma. No, Gandhi's actual book is called Where Did I Put Mahatma?
Wow.
That's good, isn't it?
Anyway, he's not from the northeast.
He's from somewhere, all right, and I don't know where that is. Probably India. That was a joke. He's Indian. I'm allowed to say that. Fry now playing forward. It is looking like a Radix Esports dominated round.
I mean, yeah, that's fair to say. I think that they are in with a chance. They have possession of the connector, but it looks like Wind and Rain are not letting this one go without a fight. The bomb yet to go down. They're over towards the A bomb site. All three players stacked up towards there. They haven't got control of connector just yet. They don't have too much utility as well, which means they can't stop these rotates coming through. They can't force Wind and Rain to take the back foot. Instead, they're going to have to try and win those aim duels. Link and Astro both have that smoke available. Have got one or two little openings to play with. They're playing up close towards connector. Astro right around the corner will get spotted out by Bodemaster and taken down through the door as well. Now it's just Link who's through the hole already. Bodemaster on the backline has the orb available, but it will not be quite enough as they push through towards the site. The bomb still ticking down. He does have the kit, but I don't think he quite has enough time. So no, he's just going to go for the frag. Oh, actually loses the trade. And they will take the loss. Radix Esports put 13 up.
Yeah, not a fantastic round there from Wind and Rain, but they still have the money. You can see, though, that the cost of this double AWP setup really having an effect, especially in the last round. It's been coming close. They haven't been clean-cut rounds. And so Wind and Rain now feeling the pressure. They will manage to force out that double AWP setup. It has been dropped across by Fry. But this is still a very, very costly round indeed for the Wind and Rain chaps. If they lose this one, they are going to have no money, and Radix Esports will take themselves a match point pretty easily. That's the dangerous bit here. So this is a very, very important round. In fact, this round could make the rest of the game, and it's a great start from Link.
Very nice way to start indeed. Radix Esports in danger of being reset here, which would be absolutely disastrous. It would allow Wind and Rain the opening they need, but still, it's not over until the fat lady sings, and she has firmly got her gob shut right now as Radix Esports still have a shout in this round. Pushing through. They're setting up towards the B site. You can see that bomb dropped over just before the drop as they start their pressure over towards B long, moving on towards Plateau. They're very wary of these close positions now, as Wind and Rain have been playing them to great effect as well. So you can see that utility being dropped down by Radix Esports, making sure that they know where they need to check, they know what ground they need to cover, and just going to push it on through. Radix Esports have started to edge their way through. Astro waiting patiently behind Statue. They just need to pull the trigger.
Well, that is entirely what this game is about, pulling triggers. Astro, the first one, will take down Bodemeister, and then it's an absolute sweep. Wind and Rain show absolutely no mercy in destroying their enemy. That's 11-13, and now Wind and Rain, they have won the most crucial round of the game. All they have to do now is close it out, which, you know, could be more difficult.
It's probably a little bit more difficult, but take a look at the scoreboard. 26 kills going over onto Fry, but on the flip side, you've got Angry on 26 of his own. I think that's really indicative of two very unbalanced halves, and the fact that Wind and Rain have had such a strong CT side, and Radix as well had such a strong CT side. Both of these players able to let their inner demon shine through, which in some cases is bad, but in this case, very, very good for both of their respective teams. Wind and Rain looking now to put the hurt down, just keep the pressure on, the boot to the neck of Radix Esports.
Yeah. Not looking great. Radix really haven't had the greatest half. They've won 2 rounds so far out of 10. That means Wind and Rain have won 8. Now, I have often been said to be the greatest mathematician of my time. That there.
Generation or time?
Just everything, really.
Okay, right. Okay.
Just the best.
Well, of your time, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
Really. I can't tell the time, so God knows. Anyway, the push coming over towards that A bomb site. Angry has taken some fantastic positional control here, forcing those counter-terrorists back and getting himself into a very forward position. Nice kill from Fry, though, absolutely demolishing Bodemeister. A shot to the head, and you're in bed as Dances takes down 1, goes for the repeat, but it's Link to find the kill. Dances over-peaking there, not finding the kills. Luckily, Link's in 1 and 2, and that's the end of the round. 12-13 now in favour of Radix.
Turned around the corner and just got shut down immediately. Body flung back to Kingdom Come. Wind and Rain now 12 rounds on the board, and once more Radix have no money to play with. The scoreline should even up after this round, and they'll be looking to try and close out a few more after that as well. They certainly have the momentum on their CT side. And they're looking to continue it, but here we go. The full Glock rush. Link seems to be wary, drops down the incendiary grenade, and they're going to run straight on through, not dissuaded in the slightest, but here comes the spray, and the slaughter begins. Link able to find 4. Only one more to deal with, and Fries on the backup. Wind and Rain close that one out in style.
A fantastic little 4K there from Link, who is sitting on 24 kills, Fry on 28. And finally, we're seeing the superstar performance we've been waiting for. Those two players, absolutely fantastic, and they're coming alive now. Thing is, though, you've got these two fantastic players, but you've also got Cray, Dances, and Astro. So if they're not performing, you can always count on the others to step up. Now, again, we have one of these crucial rounds. At least the economy now a little bit built up for Wind and Rain, but Radix, if they don't win this, they could be staring down the barrel of match point. Only a CZ to play with for Ardis. The rest of them on AK-47s, limited utility, whereas on the side of Wind and Rain, they have everything they need. Molotovs go down, cutting off the choke points. Astro finding one, not over-peaking here, needs to be very, very careful. They're spamming away at his position. He will sneak out with Ardis finding a frag, needs to be awfully careful still, but Cray holding the position onto that bomb site. Oh, bit of spam could have done the job there as he pushes his way forward. They have no idea he's there, as Astro still in that chicken coop position, can't make it happen as the bomb goes down now. This is getting dangerous as Link closes into the position. Cray holding close as his teammate goes down. Ardis finding the kill from the drop zone, and now they're flanked. They're in trouble. Link finding one, looks for the second, but he can't quite make it happen.
Wind and Rain had a little bit of a timer ticking down there. That wall of smoke really prevented them from going for that retake fully on through, and Radix Esports rotating the player towards drop was absolutely crucial in them holding that site. If they hadn't have got that rotate through, if Ardis hadn't been there ready and waiting in the wings, they would not have been able to hold that site. Those smokes would have disappeared, the avenues would have opened for the push to come through, and the defuse kits being available would have meant that Wind and Rain would have been able to roll on through, but as it stood, they had two fronts to deal with, and they were just caught completely with their trousers around their ankles, and Radix Esports were able to take a round. Now is the time to roll it on through, though, as Radix could get reset.
Yeah, double up setup still prevalent. Not ringing off so far. Radix Esports definitely taking this a lot slower, and in the last couple of rounds they have been, but really nothing's working for them so far. So what can they do? I don't know. Cray going to be pushing forward. The boost is out. If he just peeks up now, he may find a kill. Is the tag. That is unfortunate, and they get the counter tag as well. Both players left on just a fifth of their health points, probably. I mean, I'm not good at maths.
A fifth is 20. So
yeah, so it's about that. It's just, what's that, 13th? I'm not good at maths, I'll be honest.
Closer to an eighth, I think.
Okay.
Well, that depends.
We've missed the moment now.
16 or 15%, really.
I don't.
Yeah.
Fortunately, do maths.
They wouldn't have been able to hear that on stream, so that's a fun one. Production just told us that I actually do maths, apparently. So there you go. That was something I didn't know either. But as we were just ranting on about nothing, Wind and Rain have their own rant to get given. And it is going to be the push coming on through, but it's getting shut down from Radix. They have got control of Plateau, but that's all they've got control of. As Neff doesn't even have control of that, apparently. Bodemaster lands a nice shot, but that's going to be them done and dusted.
And that's the reset as well, most importantly. So Radix Esports now, they have no money going forward. They'll be able to force out a shabby buy now, but that's match point. I mean, you might as well call this game, unless Wind and Rain make some serious mistakes going forward, you might as well call this game. I don't know why they're forcing. They're on 14 rounds. If they eco this one, fine, take match point, but then go into the next one. You have the opportunity to force the overtime. If they lose this, they're going to be on another week bye. I do not like this at all, not one bit.
Certainly not the situation you want to be in. If you're Radix Esports, you had a massive advantage coming into the half, and you've just thrown it all away. Unfortunately, not able to bring the heat to Wind and Rain on your T side means that you're now stuck in this really bad situation where you're forced to go for these Galil buys and the CZs as well. That nade should shut down plenty. Frey, though, only able to find one as they drop out of connector. And the flank onto A should come through. Dances is on the site, ready to receive the push. But he is going to have his work cut out for him. Does have backup from A long. Will spot out a player over towards the underpass, but he hasn't managed to land a shot just yet, but there he goes. Finally able to find one. Not going to be able to find any more than that, though. There's 2 for 2 come the trades. Wind and Rain now 2 versus 2. Looking for the retake. Cray and Astro both looking to find the opening. Radix with a chance here. They need to push on in. They found themselves some decent weaponry to play with. It's just a case of if they're going to be able to spot out those players. The AWP shot needs to land, but it's not going to be so angry. Able to take that one down. Now just Neff playing by the cannons. Astro and Cray both playing from the same angle. If Neff's able to get the spray, he's going to turn it on. Finds both of them, and Radix finally able to put the 15th on the board. They're in with a shot at going to the full 16, but wait a minute. There's another alternative. Wind and Rain could take us to quadruple overtime. Why not?
Newsflash! Newsflash! Everybody stop what you're doing. Vexed versus NSG. Off stream, 12-4 currently in favour of Vexed.
Oh. There you go.
Woo. Exciting, I know.
That's pretty
anyway,
cheap.
let's get back to the action. It's 14-15. Wind or Rain versus Radix Esports.
It's Wind and Rain.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No. Get your branding right. Come on. Yeah, and again, a shabby buy, but we saw what they could do last time. They did damage. They got the round in hand. Now Wind and Rain with the pressure on their shoulders. They have got the weaponry advantage. They haven't got the AWP. We know they've been relying very heavily on that double AWP setup, but not anymore. They don't opt for it. They could have afforded an AWP, but they haven't gone with it. Interesting decision, especially going into the last round of the half.
And given that they've been running the double AWP as well, so they've completely changed tack, playing a little bit closer potentially on those sites, but that's not going to pay off very well at all as Radix start to pick up the pace. Link has gone down early into the round. They're playing up close though, as there's a double kill coming out from Wind and Rain. Dancy's holding face against Capiz on the side. 3 players left, and make that 2, make that 1 as Radix start to tumble, and Wind and Rain take us to overtime.
What a fantastic end to this regulation match. Now moving into overtime. Funnily enough, the Vexed NSG game is going to end before this one.
That's fun,
isn't it?
What map was that being played on? Do you know? Or is that all the info you have?
Mirage.
Mirage, okay.
Mirage. 12-4 currently. I'm probably now 13-4. God knows. To Vexed Gaming.
To Vexed Gaming, there
and
you go.
my number 1 boy, Quicks.
There you go. Keeping you up to date with all the latest goings on of the ESL UK Premiership. Brought to you by Intel and Gaming from Curry's PC World.
No, Curry's and PC World.
It's not, is it?
No.
That's not.
You got it.
Well, I know.
Got it. So yeah, as you say, this would not be happening if it wasn't for Intel and Gaming from Curry's PC World. So just remember, they're your number 1 place to buy
everything.
Everything really. Get your groceries.
Yeah.
Get your computers. Get your chips.
Tell you what you could do is buy an AOC monitor from them. You could buy one.
You don't need to buy one, because if you go to eslgaming.pm/premtime, I don't know. I haven't said it enough to know yet, but it's going to pop up on screen in just a second. So there you go. esl.pm/CSGO comp. You can get yourself a 24-inch AOC gaming monitor
for free.
For free. You haven't got to pay a thing. I mean, literally, they'll give it to you. Just do it.
Just do it.
A lot of you.
Yeah. So it's for why not? Like, what have you got to lose?
Nothing.
What have you got to lose? Other than your old monitor that is worse than this one inherently, obviously.
And you know what you can do? You can sell the old monitor. So really, you're making money. You're literally making money.
Out of nothing.
Out of nothing.
Out of doing nothing. So I can't believe you haven't done this,
guarantee no one's doing it. No one's entered.
No.
So just hop over there.
Do it.
All it takes is one person. Literally.
Absolutely. Just
do it. Do you want to be a winner or do you want to be a loser?
Just do it. Match is live, as the eponymous green text says. Not eponymous, that's the wrong word. Prophetic green text says. There we go. That's a much better word. Wind and Rain taking on Radix Esports overtime.
Newsflash!
Drawn out. What's happened?
Newsflash!
Newsflash.
Vexed have won 16-4.
We have a 16-4 scoreline.
The Vexed game has literally ended before this one.
Wow.
An hour later. Anyway, back to the action as we see overtime number 1, and I will say number 1 because it'll probably go to a couple more, is underway. Astro to open this up. Nice kill comes through. Looking to double up, but it won't quite happen for him. Now smokes himself off. Doesn't want to get Molotov'd out. He knew it was coming. The nades rain on in, and now they spam as Fry closes down the drop zone. No kills so far for Radix as Astro follows it up. Fry burns Neff alive, and Cray to close it out onto Bodenmaster.
Finally, Wind and Rain have a decisive victory on their CT side. We're not quite able to do it. on the final throws of the second half. But Wind and Rain are looking good so far in the first round. They've gone back to that double AWP setup. Of course, they have plenty of cash to do that. Just throwing it. Sure, they're just throwing it in towards this CT half of their overtime. Both AWPs in those stalwart hands of Dances and Astro.
Yeah. Double AWP. Oh, that is interesting. Dancy's not going to hit the shot there. Luckily, Link's in position to be the missing link that Wind and Rain needed. Going to take down Angry, trades the frag, now needs to fall back, but he is isolated. He needs his teammates now to come in. The quick rotate has arrived. The bomb is slow, and there's still a player in behind. They need to be very, very cautious of this. I mean, Link could have crept over into danger there. They would have had no idea whatsoever. So that's a questionable play. Ardis, however, taking down Fry, was boosted up. Nice little position for him as he smokes himself off now. Very, very nice play from him, restricting this retake from coming in. And it looks like they might save. Don't save.
Yeah, there's no reason to save at all.
No save.
They've got the full 16k, so you're buying every round anyway, so it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to save. So going for the retake is the only way forwards here for Wind and Rain. You can see Link's already setting up along the side. They've got a triple threat retake here, but if they peek at the wrong time, he could get capitalized. But here goes Link, able to push on in. Doesn't check his angle enough. And two fall down. Now it's just Cray left, last man standing. Do the damage, my friend. That's all you can do. But Boatmaster has a little bit more up his sleeve to give. And Radix Esports equalize yet again. And now we're moving into round number 3 of the first half of overtime number 1 of the third game of the evening, which has turned into the 4th game of the evening.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that entirely works, to be completely honest with you. This fan is no longer pumping out hot air, so
it's just blowing
cold air at me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't feel like you're missing out on this one.
Okay.
You're not. Okay. You're really not.
That's okay.
16-16 now. The last round of this half of overtime. A quick play comes in, and Bodenmaster, the man to shut down Astro. A very, very crisp kill, but the HP damage has been done. Oh no, what is this? Astro has snuck his way through. Now, like a viper, coiled, ready to strike. He is in behind, but will he be double flanked? I don't even know if that's a thing. He may call for the rotation here. This is absolute danger zone. You have entered DEFCON 5, Neff. No. Yes. DEFCON 5. Neff goes down. Call it NEFCON 5. Angry comes in from behind, takes down Link. That's the flanker dead. But is there a number 8 waiting to take them on? That's a rugby reference, in case you're interested.
I was not, but there we go. Dancy's playing up towards Connector. Will get backed off by a smoke as Radix start to put the pressure over towards the A site. They are 4 players left standing, but Bodenmeister with an HP disadvantage, relatively significant here. That smoke is going to time out, and Cray will be able to open up on the crossfire. Not quite able to find the damage, but is finally going to ring the kill on through. Dancy's underneath the drop on Heaven. But Radix, angry, is angry indeed, and they take in round number 17, put themselves in the advantage. They need 2 rounds in this half.
2 rounds too many, in fact.
Well, it might be, might not be.
Yeah, God knows. I can't even count. What do I know?
Well, you certainly can't count on one of these teams to close out in regulation time, that's for sure.
Except the first game, of course, which was the only one we thought would be close.
Yeah.
And in fact, we were wrong.
Yeah.
Isn't that a surprise?
Pretty much, pretty accurate. Like,
I realise I'm really yelling. I don't know why.
It's a yelling kind of time, isn't it?
I haven't had any caffeine at all today.
Have you not?
Not any.
You know, tea has isn't there a fact tea has like loads of caffeine?
No, not really.
Are you sure?
Compared to coffee, it's very little.
Is it?
Or compared to branded energy drinks.
I think it's the cold is shutting the rest of your body down, so you're just sort of
all the blood's going to my
vocal cords. Yeah.
Larynx.
Yeah. Sure. Let's go with that.
Didn't do biology, did you, John?
Who does biology?
Biologists, obviously.
Yeah, I do everything but biology.
Listen, you can't do anything without biology, let me tell you.
Well, I mean, not entirely true, is it?
No, it is entirely true.
Okay, sorry, my mistake.
Sorry, would you be here if it wasn't for biology?
Prophetic Green Text, match is live.
I think so. Match is indeed live. 16-17 is the scoreline. The double AWP set up this time for Radix Esports. Now, we saw a radical
Okay,
CT side for Radix
I didn't get it.
in the last half. Question is, can they continue that into the second? They've won themselves 2 T-side rounds, almost more than they won in the entire first half of regulation.
Ooh, well,
Flame.
Wouldn't that be a spicy thought? They need
Spicy guy
to hold strong. 2 rounds is all they need to close it out here. But Wind and Rain will be looking to gain the round. They're playing it very, very slow, very passive. The bomb dropped all the way at spawn. They're looking for opening picks. They're looking for Radix to play a little bit over-aggressive, find an opening, and capitalize. But right now, the opening that Radix Esports have left is that underpass over towards that A site. If Wind and Rain had opted to go for a fast play towards A, they could have found that opening and capitalized. But unfortunately, it is going to be the slow play from them, and they're moving towards the B site, going for a standard default setup as the bomb moves over towards to greet them. Wind and Rain now getting ready to execute. They're running down the clock yet again. Seems to be a running theme for these teams. On these gun rounds, on these overtime rounds, just run down the clock. Why do you need to do anything in the first half of the round when you have an entire other half to play with?
Exactly. Why not just go into another go into another overtime? It's just fun that way. Astro, the one pushing down this time, however, as Radix trying to hold back the river, as James Bay would say. Capiz, the first man. Neff will find the kill as Capiz supporting him. Fry doubles up Dancies with the headshot onto Artist. So far, it's all headshots. They don't care. They don't give a flipping heck. As Bodenmaster now trying to move forward, trying to take the aggression. He's burning himself alive, but will he burn his enemies? No, he'll just burn himself as he falls back. Not sure why he's falling back. He has all the money in the world. Not a paid promotion for the film.
Is there a film of that name?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, there's certainly not going to be a film of that round for Radix Esports as they do take the drop there. So, 17 apiece. 2 rounds still remain in the half, and 2 rounds is all that is needed to actually put either team over to the victory. So whoever wins this gets the map point. And then, of course, we go to second or third overtime, maybe, probably. Because that seems to be how these games are going at this stage.
It does indeed. Maybe 5th overtime. You never know. We might get lucky.
Never know. I mean, yeah, we might be really lucky and go to 6. Like, that would be incredible. I'd love to see that. Absolutely love to see it. Radix Esports, they need to hold on that CT side. Again, they've left the opening towards underpass over on A. And Wind and Rain haven't taken it yet. They haven't spotted out. They haven't sniffed it through. But only 3 rounds on their CT side means that they can go for these sort of leaving these gaps and allowing Wind and Rain to try and probe. Because, of course, you know, at least 2 out of 3 times, they're not going to be going for that probe into that particular position. And you can see Boden is holding from the stairs either way. But if they're able to push on through, they can lock down that angle as well and just get the drop if they push on through. But the slow start already, meaning Dancy's peaks an angle that he wasn't too happy with, takes a little bit of HP damage, and they have to back on out. But the bomb rotating again over towards the B site seems to be the default setup, and once more, the first half of the round completely disappeared down the drain. 35 seconds left for Wind and Rain to bluster on through.
Astro going down there as Capiz will find one, evening it back out now and looking for that match point. A great start to the round for Radix if they want to win this game. As Dancies will equal out. Artist there finding another now, pushing up, finds himself a second, looks for the third, but it won't happen now. 1 versus 2 in favour of Wind and Rain. They'll recover the bomb. But is it going to be enough? Angry, the last man alive, to try and secure match point in this. It is too close for comfort. The nade goes in, could do some good damage there. Fry down to 15 HP, moving forward now, hoping to be given the opportunity he's been waiting for all game. Fry just needs to peek up and he'll have the kill. Oh, the movement is perfect from Wind and Rain. He spots both, but he won't find it. It is match point on the board for Wind and Rain.
They have the opportunity. They've only got 1 shot for now, but they could have another. They're guaranteed to go to at least second overtime here if Radix Esports are able to step up. But again, we've seen CT side strong in regulation, T side strong in overtime. It's going to be tricky to try and predict this one. Honestly, it could go either way. I mean, Radix haven't had strong CT holds here, and it seems like they've had a spanner thrown into the works by the way that Wind and Rain are playing. They've been stacking up over towards that A side and playing a little bit too far forwards. They haven't been able to get the frags that they need from it, and then that slows down their retake on the B site really quite heavily, moving on for these takes that Wind and Rain will be going over onto the B site. So putting those two players over towards the A long side of the map is something that is actually affecting Radix Esports' performance into these rounds.
Yeah, I mean, the CT size we saw in the first half was so different. It's a nice kill there from Bodemaster, and the exact setup we saw from Wind and Rain over on that long position. The AWP with the man sitting up high. It's so effective, it's so powerful. And there's no counter. They're using your own tactic against you. Wind and Rain now 3 players alive. It's Astro, Cray, and Fry. We know these are prolific fraggers. Can they get the work done? It's Astro to open it up, and they're going towards that B-bomb site. They need to be careful of that flank. It could come thick. It could come fast. And Ardis missing his shot. He goes straight down. Cray will find him. And now 3 versus 3. The pressure's on. Fry finds 1. It's all going wrong for Radix. They have the 2-man advantage. Fry to finish off Bodemaster and Angry. The last man alive now, burning in the fire. There is nothing he can do.
One man stands between Wind and Rain and victory here on Cobblestone. The pistols come out and they land the headshot. Finally, Wind and Rain clinch it out in this best of 1. Fantastic display of Counter-Strike coming through in the final throes of that overtime.